Hare Krishna, please. You can pull the chair if you want. You can sit there. Okay. I was thinking what to share today, and that triggered me the thought from yesterday question by Atulananda Prabhu that what does it mean by Sharanagati? So I thought I'll just speak few words on that and see if there's any questions or sharings from your side. So before we start, I'd like to ask this question to the devotees here. What's your understanding of Sharanagati? Can someone volunteer to say what Sharanagati is?
Surrendering, Prabhuji.
Yes, that's the literal English meaning. Very good. Thank you. Anything else that anyone else like to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Accepting whatever Krishna has decided without questioning anything.
Great. Surrendering and accepting Krishna's whatever he does. Thank you. Anyone else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, Dandavat Pranam. Complete faith on his, complete faith, Prabhu.
Complete faith. Mahavishwasam. Complete faith. Okay. What does it mean?
Believing that whatever happening in our lives is just his plan, sticking to his plan instead of thinking and planning our own things, Prabhu.
Okay. And how do we perform the Sharanagati? Anyone else? Or anyone? You can repeat, speaker. How can we? Yeah.
Prabhu, we have a karmanyevadi karaste mapaleshu katachana, right? It's in a way because the plan is all done by Krishna. There are so many things that goes behind the scenes. So we all leave the the results to Krishna, or we surrender our results to Krishna. That way, because we know that he gives everything. That's one of the understanding which I.
Nice. Okay, good. Okay, anyone else?
Giving reins of our life to Krishna, whether he accepts us or rejects us, continuing our devotional service, whatever happens.
Okay, beautiful. Anyone else? Thank you, bro. Anyone else? How do we perform Sharanagati?
By following Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Yoga, or Karma Yoga.
Okay. Thank you, Shamati. Okay, that's good. Where do we perform Sharanagati? You said many points of how do we surrender.
Prabhu, I think Sharanagati means, my understanding is from...
No, I'm not asking what Sharanagati is. That question is the first question. Now, how do we perform Sharanagati? That's the difference between the questions that I'm asking.
Yeah, whatever we do karma with full consciousness of Krishna, we do that service is the Sharanagati. I mean, from our mind, our doings and karma.
Okay. Anyone else? Thank you, Srinath.
Surrender all the joys and sorrows in life to Krishna. Be the same in both times of joy and sorrow, with the understanding that it's the. It is given by Krishna. So you remain the same in both, because you know that it is for, he gives whatever is right, provided we are in, if we are, doing the devotional service to Krishna, then, both in times of joy and sorrow, we understand that it is all given by Krishna, and he takes care of us. So we need not worry about anything. We'll remain neutral in both.
Okay. Okay.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes, Hare
So,
Krishna.
can we say surrendering can be performed through a Guru, Prabhu, by seeking his guidance and getting initiated?
Yes. How do we perform Sharanagati? So that's a direct answer, by taking shelter at the lotus feet of the Guru. That's nice, wonderful. Every answer is good. It's all related. I'm looking for some direct answers here, which is good. Now, the next question is, who can perform Sharanagati? Who all can perform Sharanagati? Is there a restriction, who cannot perform Sharanagati? For example, a Brahmana can perform Sharanagati. A high scholar can perform a Sharanagati. A rich man can perform a Sharanagati. Is there a restriction or a condition who can perform Sharanagati? Mohana Prabhuji said, not a good question. Okay. Anyone else have any thoughts on that? Who can perform Sharanagati? Who cannot perform Sharanagati?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yes.
Anyone can perform Saranagati by praying Krishna, and whoever have all the faith on Krishna. Suppose if you don't have faith, and if we say mechanically that I'm surrendering, maybe it's not Saranagati. So having with complete faith and praying Krishna, whoever have that, definitely.
Beautiful. Nice. Now, can I ask you a follow-up question? Interesting. This is because you brought up an additional point. This is what happens when in interviews, when you go attend interviews, when they ask question, only answer the question answer. You add extra point, the interviewer pick up from this follow-up, whatever the extra thing you added, you're a manager, Shanta. So they will start asking questions from that one, and the whole interview goes on and on and on. So it's always better to only answer the question. Adding anything extra is going to create another question. So I'm going to create another question for you. So you said anyone can perform who has faith in Krishna. So faith comes first, or surrendering comes first? When you surrender, faith comes, or because you have faith, you surrender to Krishna. If that is the case, in everyone who surrendered, first must have faith to surrender. Otherwise, Krishna is going to reject. That's the meaning of what you're saying.
Well, if you don't have faith, then just if I say, believe you without having faith, according to me, faith has to be there for.
Mm-hmm.
Because there is no point. That's what I'm thinking. Because if I say mechanically, Prabhu, you are everything to me, but I'm doing whatever I want, then there is no meaning of my word, right, Prabhu?
Yeah. Mitra bhavena sampraptam. In Ramayana, Rama says, Sugriva, you're going to go call Vibhishana and come back. And Vibhishana said, okay, my lord, I'll bring him over here. And then as he was walking forward, Rama said, this is, I'm making it dramatic. It's not the sequence like that in the slokas. You won't find like that. I'm just making it a little more like a movie. So Sugriva was walking to go get Vibhishana. And then Rama said, stop, Sugriva, come back here. And then said, yes, my lord. In case when you're going there, if Ravana is there, don't come and ask me again, should we accept him or not? Just bring him. I accept him. Number one. Number two is Rama saying Mitra Bhavena Sampraptam, and even if someone comes disguised saying that I am yours, I am your friend, and he surrendered to me, not really a friend, disguised himself and comes and surrenders to me, I'll accept him. Okay, we'll get more into this detail as we go. But your point technically also is correct. One should have some shraddha in the process of the growth of our bhakti starts from shraddha. If you don't have faith, the next levels will not go there. So that should be something that is also argumental. It's also correct in sense. Okay, very good. Okay, let's see how to perform, when to perform. Um, when to perform. I didn't ask it. When one should perform Sharanagati. On your birthday, on a nice day when your Janmadin or your husband wife anniversary day. Let's go today. Talk to some Swamiji and or whatever. Will Sharanagati will perform
Only during initiation.
during the initiation. That during the initiation time should be an auspicious Janmashtami, Narsimha Chaturthi, Acharya's appearance day, Ekadeshi. Is any specific auspicious day that one should perform the Sharanagati?
No, Prabhu. Any day, any day we do, that is the auspicious day for Sharanagati.
Okay, okay.
Maybe every day when we offer our obeisances to Lord Krishna or Srila Prabhupada, then we need to have that mindset of Saranagati.
Oh, this is nice. So every day when you offer our pranams to Prabhupada. Okay. Nice.
Hare
Any?
Krishna, Prabhuji. Hare
Yes.
Krishna, Prabhuji.
Yes.
Prabhuji, all the time.
All the time.
Whatever happens, just we just consider that it's because of Krishna's mercy and
Is Krishna's mercy, therefore. So all the time we have to keep surrendering, right?
yes.
Hmm.
But like we should direct our free will um, towards the services of the lotus feet, and yeah, like we should have like able to discriminate between where to surrender and what not to surrender. So that's a discrimination because it's very difficult in the material world how to surrender. So we should have a like kind of a discrimination, but in our heart we should have full faith and like all the time surrender to Krishna with conviction.
So you can surrender pretty much every day, multiple times.
Yes.
Quite interesting. What Ramachandra says in Ramayana, Valmiki Ramayana is Sakrit eva prapannaya tava asmi iti che yachate. Sakrit eva prapannaya. Even if one surrenders just eva, if one surrenders one time, that's sufficient enough. I will abhayam sarva bhutebhya dadami etat vritam mama. He says, one time you surrender to me, even you may forget and that you have surrendered to me, but I will not forget. It's quite a encouraging, hopeful message from Krishna, Ramachandra. You must have performed Sharanagati one time that you totally forgot. How is that, Prabhu? How is even that possible? Just this is just for the sake of argument, okay? So just you forgot that you have done this one. And say, for example, you all got initiated, you surrendered when college time in India, and then you moved out to our holy Dham, America, and then you came here, you got into your job, your everything, and you become so entangled into your family life, and you started becoming a great person in your job and climbing the ladders of chain of command and all those different things. You totally forgot. You totally forgot. But Ramachandra says, I will not forget. You might have forgotten that you are surrendered. I will not forget. That's quite an interesting thing, right? Now, next question. What is that as a Sharanagata means one who performs Sharanagati to Sharanya, how he should lead his life? Is there any guidelines? What is the life after Sharanagati? Any thoughts? You all know.
Following the Hare Krishna Prabhuji, following the prescribed duties and regulative principles with strong conviction.
Very good. That's one out of many things that one should perform Krishna. That is definitely one, and that's the first one. If I tell that particular word, you will all catch up and say, "Oh, yes, yes."
Follow dharma daily.
Yeah, that is again falls into the first thing that what has been told. Yeah, surrendering guru is the is definitely one, but that is how you perform Sharanagati. Now, what is after Sharanagati? How the life should be after Sharanagati? Whatever you both said is correct. That's one part which is correct. Anything else you can add? Anyone else can add?
Under control of the Krishna, whoever we surrender.
And then control of?
Krishna.
Control of Krishna?
No, if I already surrendered and I'm believing that everything will be Krishna, so Krishna will drive.
Yeah. Very good. That's the second point. Very good. Very good. Anything else?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. So,
Yes, sir.
making sure our practices or activities are pleasing Guru and Krishna.
Yes. Okay. Any more?
We should accept both bad and good equally.
Sorry, what is that, Shravanti?
We should accept both good and bad equally.
We should accept both good and bad equally. Nice. That's how.
We should not have any other place of shelter.
Oh, nice. We should not have any other place of shelter. It's only Krishna's lotus feet. Great. Don't feel shy, whoever not spoken. You just say whatever you feel like. Any other thing that how one should be after performing Sharanagati? Anukulyasya sankalpaha pratikulyasya varjanam rakshatyeti vishwasah goptritva varnam tata atmanikshepa karpanya sadvidha sharanagatihi. So this is the anga or the sadvidha, the part where one should lead their life in this way, that whatever is favorable in Krishna's consciousness, Krishna's service, one should do that and accept it. And what is not recommended, one should not do those things. Pratikulyam. And then we should have the complete faith that Krishna is Rakshaka. You all said all this thing, I'm just putting into a sloka, reminding you all sloka. And having complete faith that Krishna is the savior, is a Rakshaka. We have to have the Vishwasam. And we don't have any other shelter other than Krishna himself. Karpanyam, he is the only shelter for us. And therefore, Koptritva Varanam Tata. Therefore, we openly beg to the Lord for his anugraha, for his mercy. So this is the way that one should lead their life after they perform Sharanagati. Okay, with that short introduction of this, let's see, put everything together what you all said, and we can discuss more. Sharanagati is an absolute, by the way, we have a wonderful family here with us sitting, Hari Krishna Prabhu and Divya Mataji and Devansh Prabhu, who's a saint. So they are here. So it's nice to have them over here with us in this weekend. That's nice. Thank you for joining us. Hare Krishna. So what is Sharanagati? Sharanagati is like Namo Prabhu also said, this one is a complete surrender, taking full shelter of someone, of someone's falling at someone and telling, I don't have anything else. Please, I'm surrendering to you. Don't, when you surrender, you're telling that two things, you're conveying the message that is that don't harm me, don't do anything to me because I am yours now, I am surrendered to you. And the second point is that now that I surrendered to you, now you do what is best for me. Okay. Again, when we do the second prayer, second thing is you do what's best for me. The first one gets slightly modified that we can't then say that don't do bad things for me. There's nothing once you surrender, the person who surrendered in the material world, this may not happen. In a material world, when you surrender, people may take advantage of you and stamp on your back and take all those sort of things. But when we surrender to the someone, that someone person who's very kind to us, who doesn't take advantage of our surrender, we have to have the faith that what he does to us is only for our good, only for our good. Hmm? So the what is Sharanagati is absolute surrender, giving ourselves, being sold out to that person and telling that I can't achieve, I want to achieve something in my life, but I'm not in a position that I can attain that by myself. Because why? I'm incapable. Sharanagati is a point where we are all coming. This is an important point in Sharanagati. Sharanagati is a point where we come to a saturated point where we come to a real realization that I'm incapable. Seriously. As long as we have a mentality or idea that I'm capable person, then that doesn't fall into the category of Sharanagati. Please understand, we all have to sincerely have this in our back of our mind when we do our services or engage in Krishna's consciousness, our services, right? We're coming to a point, saturated point, come to a realization that I'm incapable person. Incapable person. Also, it's important that when we think about ourselves as incapable person, not that we stop doing our activities. That is another. Arun was saying nicely. What is that sloka you said? Karmanyevadikara mafaleshu kadakshana. Ma karma hetur bhur. Not what's the last line? Repeat the sloka for me, Arun.
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन. The second part.
Ma karma.
Yes,
Yes.
Sujat.
Yeah.
Mate sangostya karmani.
When you are suddenly like this, we get into a panic mode. This happens in lecture time when you're speaking exactly, you know the sloka. That's when you get stumbling and things, right? Anyway, the point here is that even not doing your duty is a sin, is offense, right? Is a sin. Therefore, uh, one should come to a point of I'm incapable person. Therefore, I'm coming to a capable person who can do the things for me. I'm incapable, but you go, I'm surrendering to this person who's capable. Remember, we read from the Japa book, is Krishna is a capable person to save me. That's exactly on these lines. Right? So when we surrender, the two parts of our body represents a very important thing. When Vibhishna came to Ramachandra, when he was surrendering, then at that point, he came. How did he come? With his two hands folded, Anjali Mudra, and then with his two feet, with his feet, he came. Now, these two legs and the feet represent something. Okay, that is by my two hands. When I do this Anjali Mudra, we are conveying the message to the Lord that with my hand I cannot achieve anything, because hand is very important thing to achieve something, right? Therefore, with my hand, with myself, I cannot achieve anything. I'm incapable person. That's what this represents. This mudra represents, one of the representation of this Anjali mudra is I'm incapable of doing anything to save myself, my Lord. Akinchanyam. That's called, technically called Akinchanyam. My Lord, I'm incapable. That's represented by this two. And we go to the temple, we go in front of the Lord with our foot, right? We go walk and go, or however we may say, no, I don't walk, I go by car. It doesn't matter. You use your leg anyway. So this two legs represents another message that this leg, this feet of mine have no other place to go. It doesn't have any other place to go. I don't have any other shelter except you. This is the way, this is an, we are conveying this message to the Lord that I am at your door, my Lord. The meaning of this is there's no other door, no other place where I can go take shelter. Kakasura is a fantastic example. He went to many doors, knocked the door of his own father. His mother rejected. He said, we can't help you. Father said he can't help. Brahma said he can't help. Shiva said he can't help. All the devatas said they can't help. And he had a very tough experience in his life, knocking at the door of, can you save me, can you save me, can you save me? And he was completely came to realization, no one else can save me. And he came and fell at the feet of Lord Ramachandra. So the two leg, the feet represents ananya gatitvam, gati, ananya gatitvam, anya gatitvam, anya gatitvam. I have a gati, I have a shelter, I have a place, I have a door to knock. If you are not going to help me, Prabhu, I know this Prabhuji, he can help me. And if you cannot, so if you cannot take care of me, I'll find another place to go. This is Anya Gatitum. I have many varieties of places where I can go take care of myself. But when we come to a point of understanding, either by realization or by experience, one comes to a point, no, this is not working out. I tried. I definitely tried. And no one can help me. No one can save me. No one can get me what I really wanted to get. That is the Ananya Gatitvam. So therefore, when we go to the temple, when we stand in front of the Lord like this, we are surrendering to the Lord, saying, my dear, by this Anjali Mudra, we are conveying the message that I cannot achieve anything by myself, my Lord. Look at me. I have nothing. I cannot achieve anything. I don't have bhakti. I don't have karma. I don't have jnana. I don't have any of these things, my Lord. This is my situation. And look at my feet. I've come to your door in front of you. I don't have anyone else to save me and protect me and give shelter to me. Therefore, my legs are at your door. So, for my dear Lord, akin chanyam ananya gatitum. This is what we should understand what Sharanagati means. Now, I'm going to tell you a story. This story is from Kathopanishad. There was a boy whose name Nachiketa. He was around 5-7 years, son of a Brahmana. Very nice boy, intelligent boy, young boy. By one point of time, his father was performing a special puja, and he wanted, as a result, he wanted to give dhana to everyone. It's a tradition. It's must that when you perform an yajna, any of the sacrifices, you invite people and you give them gifts. Some charity has to be done. So this Brahmana, this father of this boy, had a lot of cows. So he was giving charity. The way that he was giving is, he was giving the worn out, old, useless cows. First thing is, you preserve the good thing with you. Whatever you don't want to have, give that as a gift to others. People have this mentality. If you have 10 dhotis with you, you just bought it from India. It's all new dhotis, by the way. And then you want to give the dhoti to someone. And which one would you pick and give? I'm not going to ask. You will keep that which is favorite kurta, favorite chanting bag that you have, a special chanting bag with Narsimhadev or all those nice beads and etc. You preserve that separately and give that one else, which is going to be gone in one time we chant, the chanting bell, it will go away. That is the gift that we are going to give to others. Dhoti is also same. If you come to my house, I will not give the big border dhoti to anyone. I'll give the without border or a small border because I love to have a big border. I like to show off myself that I'm a great devotee. So I don't give big borders. And knowing this, Ravindranath Prabhu is not here. One time he told Prabhu, give me dhoti without border, because he knows my mind. One time he told me, when you get from India, don't give big border, because he knows I will not get to anyone, because if anyone has bigger border than my border, then they will become a greater devotee. He knows very well. Therefore, he said, give me without border or small border. Anyway, I remembered him. So this father of this Nachiketa started giving all the cows which doesn't even produce milk, is ready to die anytime. So Nachiketa was not happy. The small boy was not happy. And he said, my dear father, you were watching, and he watched for some times, and he got upset. He asked his father, whom are you going to give me as a dana? Because out of anger, sometimes word comes out. So he was not happy with what the father he was giving donation. So he said, whom are you going to give me? The father was quiet. He didn't ask, respond. He was continue giving the old cows. Again, Nachiketa asked, who are you going to give me? The father really became angry. He's a young boy, small boy. Why is he interfering? So he was not happy. Then one more time he asked, and the father said, I'll give you to Yama. It's the father, the parents should not talk all this words to the children. Get lost. All the negative things parents should never speak to children. You may have some things that you may not like with your children, what they are doing, but certain words we have to be very careful. That should not be used. That two children are sensitive. They don't know to discriminate what is right, what's the mood of the parents. They may not like it, and some children are very sensitive. They may do something. It's not nice to. Therefore, you have to definitely correct the children, but never to use all such things. Bad negative things to the children. Why even you born to me? All sort of things. Just because sometimes they're not doing what you want to do, you cannot speak such things to the children. It is not our choice why they born to us. It is not. It's completely out of karma that things are happening. Therefore, we can't speak like anyway. So the father said that you go. I'll give you as a donation to the Yama. And as soon as the father said, the boy left. He went to the Yamaloka. Can you believe? He just left because that boy was not an ordinary boy. He's a powerful boy. So his father said he also left and went to Yamapatna. He went there. He was waiting there on that particular day when he arrived over there, Yamapatnam. Yamaraj has gone out on a business trip. It's a Father's Day for him. Yamaraj, it was a Father's Day, so he wanted to go and visit his father. Father's Day. Who's Yama's father? Suryadev. Yamuna's father is Suryadev. Yama's father is Suryadev. So Suryadev, he has gone to his Father's Day celebration. He's gone to his father's house. He was there 3 days out. 3 days out. So our Nachiketa, a little boy, was just sitting there and waiting. And he was waiting near the entrance lobby. He didn't go anywhere else. He didn't eat anything. He was just waiting there for 3 days. And it is Yama returned, came back, and when he came back, he was saying, "Who's this boy? He's not in our invitees list." Because invitee list means Yama Patna invitee list means what? We all know, right? That means the time has come, you leave the body, you come here to Yamapatna. But he is not in, I never invited this boy to come. How he still have long life? How is that he is here? So he went but more than inquisitiveness of how he is here, what is he, why is here, Yama, who was a Dharmaraj himself, he was concerned now because what happens, according to the Dharma Shastra, that if you go to someone's house and you don't welcome them, that's one thing. First of all, when someone comes to the house, Prabhu, I'll be there in 30 minutes, just wait there. That is not good. Okay, if someone is coming there, you have to be 30 minutes before that person comes. That person should not be waiting on your door until you come. Of course, services are there, all those things. Just understand the message from here, right? So therefore, we cannot make our guest wait. Number one. Second thing is that when the guest comes, you have to address them. You have to take care of them, give them something to drink, to eat or something. None of those things have been done for 3 days, and this boy has not been eaten for 3 days. No one bothered to, take, I mean, I wouldn't say no one bothered to. It was not happening over there in the Yamapatna. It was not happening. Therefore, Yamaraj was asking that, oh my God, I made a big mistake. So I want, he asked, did you eat anything past 3 days? Emma was asking, did you eat anything for past 3 days? You know what he said? It's a quite interesting point. This is a lesson for all of us, how we have to take care of our guest when we come. Uh, so the first he said 3 days I stayed here. First day the boy is responding to Yamaraj question, did you eat all these 3 days? The boy is responding to, yeah, I ate, but in reality he did not eat, right? So but the boy is telling, the first day I ate all your kula generation. First day I ate all your kulam, your generation, as I ate of all your kulam. Second day I ate all your belongings, all your wealth that you, I ate all those things. Third day, I ate all your punyam. How can you eat your kulam, your father, your grandfather? How can you eat that one? How can you eat your property? How can you eat your punyam? That means when the guest comes to your house, if you don't take care of the guest, this is what will happen. If you don't feed them well, if you don't, all those things, if you don't do this one, all your punyam is gone, all your wealth will go, all your generation will go. In a sense, you won't get anything out from the pitru. Nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. Therefore, he said, I ate all of, as soon as the Yamaraj heard this one, you know, I shouldn't say this one, and I'm making it more dramatic. It panned out wet. He was nervous. He was just. He said, "My God!" He said, "My, for this I have to do some prayachita. I got to do some prayachita. Therefore, 3 boons I'm going to give to do as a prayachita." So he said, they're beautiful. The story itself can be a long thing, but we have to get to the point of Sharanagati here. Why I'm telling the story, you'll come to know now. Even when you return, your father will not be upset and angry with you. He'll forgive you. You will have a good relationship back with your parents. So I'll give that as a blessing to you. And second thing is that under your name, there will be a Agni, Nachiketa Agni, and there will be a Vidya by which one can perform bhakti called Nachiketa Agni Vidya. So I again teach you and bless you on this one. Now, Nachiketa, third one, I leave it to you to ask. After giving 2 boons, he says, now I'll give you the third option. What is the third thing that you like to ask as a boon? You call for a problem. If you want to give gift to someone, better buy and give the gift. When you go and ask, what gift can I give it to you? Sometimes I do this with the kids. Um, but our kids are so beautiful. They say, Prabhu, no, Prabhu, I have everything. I don't want anything, nothing. I need. But sometimes you get into the problem when you ask, and this kid will ask something, it's very difficult to get. Very difficult. There's another story. That's another beautiful story. Like this, one Sishya will go and ask a guru, I want to give a Guru Dakshina, and the guru will tell, I want an elephant of this nature, this color, this many tusk. In the creation of Brahma, you cannot find such an elephant at all, such an animal at all. So that's one time I'll tell the story. It's really very nice. Anyway, coming back here, so it's better you don't give option to anyone to tell that, no, Prabhu, what you want for your birthday, I'm not going to ask. I'll just give you whatever you want. I'm not going to what you want, Hari Krishna, Prabhu. When you go, I'll give you some, some dabba or something like that. That's it. So I'm not a problem. Otherwise, if you ask me, Prabhu, give me that one, this one, then I have to give it charity. Anyway, so Nachiketa was said, okay, I want the third boon is that he said, I have a question. If you can answer that question, that could be my third boon. Yama said, no problem. You ask whatever the question you want, I will tell the answer. Kato Upanishad says, Nachiketa asking a question. Yeyam prete vichikitsaha manushe stityeke nayamastiti chaike. This is a beautiful sloka where Nachiketa is asking to Yamaraj. The third point that I'm asking is, I want you to educate me on this particular doubt that I have. And what is the doubt? The doubt is, they say when a man dies, some say he exists. Some say he no more exists. I like to know what is the truth on this one. This is the question. Question is, Am prete. Prete means pretam. Pretam means the dead body. Dead body. Am preche vichikitsa manushe, when the human being, the living entities, leaves the body. Stityaika, some say they exist. Nayam asti. Nayam asti. Some say it doesn't exist. That's all his question. Can you please educate me? What is the right thing on this one? This is the third one I want to know. And yeah, the literal meaning of this one is not that he knows very well. Being an educated Brahmana boy, he knows that we are all Atma. It's not the question about, he's talking about Buddhism or Jainism or Charvakism. It's not that he has doubt about. He very well knows that Atma exists. The question, the deeper meaning of this question is, some say that Atma travels to some place. Some say there's something called Vaikunta. Some say there is something else. What happens to Atma and how does that process takes place, and what is the process to attain that ultimate goal? That is, I'm keeping everything short. There are multiple slokas. I'm keeping everything short here. His question is, what is the ultimate goal? How can one attain that goal? Atma leaving the body. And Yamaraj said, well, he said, you know what? Can I make you a counter offer? Counter offer. What's the counter offer? Well, I'll give you a beautiful wife because you're a young boy. You're a Brahmana. I'll give you a beautiful wife. And also, not only that, I'll give you cows, extra cows, better cows than your father cows, better cows, some villages, and some gold and wealth and everything, and you'll have a good children. Why don't you go settle down and I'll give you this as your third boon? Just go have a nice life. And the boy said, no, thanks. Then Yamaraj was giving more offer. If you know, there's a negotiation going on between negotiation. They're coming to a point of win-win situation. In this case, there's no win-win situation at all. Right? The boy was so very strong in his thing. There's no win-win situation. So Yamaraj was offering many, many things to Nachiketa. Nachiketa said, if you educate me on this knowledge, I will go from here. Otherwise, I'm going to stay here. I'll be here. I'll not go anywhere else until you answer this one. He was very stubborn, very strong, determined. Sometimes gurus put us into a situation. To really know whether this person is really interested in Krishna consciousness or not. Right? So this is also very important for us to know. Sometimes we test comes in different ways. If you don't understand, sometimes we ask the question, and why this Swami, this Prabhu is asking me this type of questions? Maybe that the test question we don't know. It's not that the Prabhus or Maharajas does not know. They will ask an awkward question. Then you might think, what? Why in the world he should ask me this question? Doesn't he know? This is offensive, this is like this, like you don't know. It could be a question to gauge and understand what level are you in your practice of Krishna consciousness, how maturity you are in Krishna consciousness. That could be the reason why some weird questions may come out. Right? So we should not get offended, or we should not feel that it's very not right questions and he's doubting my Krishna consciousness. That's not what it is. Sometimes questions will come. We should be prepared for that one. Okay. Or sometimes, anyway, we'll get to the story now. So he said that, no, you better answer me this question and then I'll be happy. Then Yamaraj that is the Upanishad, Kata Upanishad. There's a big session of he explaining the details of what happens. And then he comes to a point of who's the ultimate Lord. Yasya Brahma Satyam. He says that Satyam, the real truth, absolute truth is Brahman. And that Brahman is the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Narayana, Krishna is the one. And what is the way that we can attain that Lord? That is where he said, you cannot attain the Lord by any other means. The beautiful sloka in the Upanishad, na Nayamatma pravachanena labhya na medaya na bhauna sutena yam yivaishye vrunute tena labhya tasyeva atma vrunute tanum swam. This is from Kathopanishad again. Nayamatma pravachanena labhya na medaya na bhauna sutena. You will be completely disappointed with this sloka. What the sloka says, you cannot attain the Lord by speaking a lot, become a great speaker. You cannot. Pravachanam means giving lectures, and you're being a very good in giving lectures. And not by pravachanena, not by medhaya, being a very intelligent person, not simply by keep on hearing. Well, Prabhu, you're talking is what you're telling is not correct, because in Bhagavad Gita, Krishna says, Janma karma chame divyam evam yo veti tattvataha tektvadeham punarjanma. Krishna says very clearly that if you understand my janma and my activities, my birth and activities, you keep hearing my katha, then you will attain moksha. Where this Upanishad says, Nayamatma pravachanena na medaya na bahuna suthena, by hearing, is not possible to attain Krishna. Not by hearing, not by chanting verses after verses after verses, not being a medhavi, you know all the slokas, you know everything, you just quote tip of your finger, you can do everything. Not by any of these things that one can attain the Lord. What? Then what are we supposed to do then? The second pada of the sloka says that Yamevaishya vrunute tane tena labhyaha. Vrunute means vrunute means the Lord should take us under the shelter. The Lord should take us, whomever He want to show His mercy, that person will attain attain Him. Only those people to whom He shows His mercy. Yamevaisha vrunute tena labhyas tasyeva atma vrunute thanum swam. Vrunute thanum. This is the vrunute thanum swam, means where whomever He chooses, that person will attain Him. That's all the sloka says. Now, so what am I supposed to do? Do I have to chant now? Do I have to hear? We have to stop chanting. Do I have to stop hearing? Do I have to stop getting initiated? To stop doing services? What is it? What are we supposed to do now? Because the sloka very clearly says it's not possible giving any of these things. It is only through the mercy of the Lord, whomever He chooses, that person will attain Krishna Bhakti. That person will attain Krishna. Now, what we have to do is we have to become a person who can be chosen by the Lord. That's the point. If you remember, I think a couple of days back or somewhere I told, it is the universities, the college have to pick people, students, but it's a student's responsibility to apply in certain colleges. Without putting application, the university is not going to come to us. I just want to become a doctor or an engineer or a lawyer or whatever, a teacher, whatever it may be, biotechnician or business, whatever it may be. I have to do the application part. And whether the university is going to pick you or not, that's the university's choice, not our choice. But it is our responsibility that we apply to the university. Therefore, our chanting, our devotional service, our hearing, our whatever we are trying to do, it's all application part. We are just applying, my dear Lord, I'm interested. I'm interested to join your college, university. I'm interested, my Lord. Now I'm completely depending on your mercy. No, I will not do as Sunny, you are here, hearing. You can, Sunny, you're there?
Yes, I'm here, Prabhu.
What are some of the prerequisite for you to join your college that you did, or you're doing right now? What are the prerequisite?
You graduate high school, you take the ACT or SAT, and then you submit your personal your essay, why you want to join.
Okay. And you apply to certain universities, right?
Yeah.
And then you wait until they get back to you.
Yes, correct.
Correct. The same thing. SAT, whatever, T. Different T's are there. All the different T's, you have to do those things and then wait for the university to get back to you. So whatever we are trying to do, we are doing it as an application. But we are simply, completely depending on the Lord to depend on us. I mean, show His mercy upon us. There was a beautiful example has been given that these two fingers, you can think about these two fingers. Um, uh, everyone, please lift. You're not in the video now. Please, if you can just turn on your video for 2 minutes. Whoever can turn on the video. Let's do a small exercise here. You're here. Yeah. Now you lift this. Keep your 3 fingers down like this, and these 2 fingers, thumb finger and the index finger up. Like this. Okay, you're doing this one. Now I want you to not move, thank you, not move the index finger. Not move the index finger, but use your thumb finger to touch the tip of the index finger. Do not move the index finger. Move this finger, thumb finger, to touch the tip of the index finger. I'll give 2 minutes, if you want 5 minutes, or if you want 10 minutes, or I'll wait for the whole day until tomorrow morning. And you're going to try this. Try to move the thumb finger to touch the tip of the index finger. If you do it, I'll give you what you want. And from this hand only, don't go and touch with left hand tip finger or your husband's index finger or your wife's index finger. Your own hand, the same hand, touch it. Is anyone made it? Rest of them, or I think they're sincerely trying. That's why they're not turning on their video. It would be nice to see how they're trying. They're doing some special asanas maybe. Arun is like a movie star director. He's showing like this, there's a cameraman will do like this, like this. He's like, he looks like a
Mataji
director.
has done something.
Huh? What is it?
Mataji has done something because of her yogic powers.
Who? Hari Puja Mataji? I'd be completely baffled.
Prabhu, I can get half gift. Little bit
Half gift,
more.
yeah. I can give you a half gift. So did anyone who's not on the camera, were you successful? If you're successful, please, Sunny, were you able to do? Oh my God, why not? I thought you're younger than all of us. You should be flexible to make it happen. No? You couldn't also make it? Okay. Reshna Mataji, you also couldn't do it? Oh my God, that's surprising. None of you can do it. I'm going to do it. Oh, let me see anyone else we missed. No, everyone is here. No. So you all come to a realization that this particular thumb finger cannot reach the top of this one. Now I'm going to tell you, ask a second question. What can you do to make the touch of the index finger? Do a movement. Yeah, go ahead. Amala Radhika Mata is demonstrating. Okay, very good. So what you have to do is simple. Only way you can do is see the movement here. This is not moving. Bring the index finger, do this one. Touched. Right? This thumb in this context represents Jivatma. And the index represents Paramatma, Bhagavan Sri Krishna. How much ever you try this finger, Jivatma, with its own capacity, it cannot reach Krishna. How much ever you try, Jivatma cannot make it. Okay? But when the Paramatma, Vrunute Tanam Swam, when the Paramatma chooses, it comes down. The Lord comes down for Jivatma. Lord comes down for the Jivatma. But the Jivatma should have a desire of wanting to have that connection. Ichcha matram. That is very important for our bhakti process. Right? So therefore this sloka which says Nayamatma Paravachachena Labhya Namedhyana Bhakuna Sutena Yam Ivaishye Vrunute Tene Labhyasa Labhya. Tasyaiva Atma Vrunute Tanam Swam is by the mercy of Krishna alone that we can attain Krishna. Sa Kashta Sa Paragatihi. This is an important message that Yamaraj gives to Nachiketa, is only by the Lord and by means of the Lord one can attain the Lord. Okay. Now Hare Krishna is here. I'm going to ask him a question now. Now you came from Austin, right? You've been going on a Texas tour. He's doing a Texas tour everywhere. I went to Austin, Houston, now in Dallas. And
Dallas Yatra.
Dallas. He's
Yeah.
come to, as they say, Dallas Puram, right? This is called Dallas Puram. You all know that, right? Dallas Puram. Yeah, Dallas Puram. So you come to Dallas Puram. I don't know where other you're going to go and set your lotus feet. Now, when you came from Austin to Dallas, what was your goal? What was your destination when you started from Austin? Destination to come here, this place. And what was the mean for you to come to the destination? What was the media or a mean which brought you, by what means that you came to this destination? Using car. In this world, the means and the destination are always two different things. Okay, you're hungry. For say example, you're hungry. What you need to satisfy your hunger? Lakshmi, let me ask you. You say you're hungry. Unmute.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
You're hungry now?
No, Prabhuji.
It's too early. Or before only you know that this class will never end. Therefore, let me finish my breakfast at 4:30 only. You knowing me what I am. I'll not let you go otherwise, right? I don't even know what the time is. Very good. Already 6:30. We have not gone to where we want to go yet. Okay. Now, you're all fully surrendered, by the way. I think you have no choice. That could be the reason you're surrendered. This is how.
Śaraṇāgati.
Now, okay, Lakshmi, please tell me, you're hungry. What you need to satisfy your hunger? What do you need?
Some food.
Okay. Food comes from your ceiling? How
do
you get food?
I need to cook food.
But for the cooking food, you need something.
Nature should give.
Forget about nature. Oh, nature gives you. Oh my God. You must not an ordinary person. Nature gives you food. You are a great personality. Tell me, be practical. How do you gain your food?
Money.
That's what I'm asking. Without money, you cannot go buy food, right?
ISKCON will give, right? Without money.
That is how it's very fantastic answer. This is a fantastic answer. See, you are really becoming a wonderful devotee now. Because one of the quality of becoming wonderful devotee, you have to know how to talk all these things. Hari Puja Mataji is the best of all among us. She knows how to get all these messages out. And I think you are associating with her mostly because I was expecting she will talk like this. You are talking. So we have a second Hari Puja here. Very good. So now please help me to convey my message here. You need money. ISKCON definitely will provide food. That's not a question. You need money, correct? So I'm telling you, eat money. Will you eat money? You have a few dollars with you. Because money is a mean to get you the food. Ultimately, food is what you want to eat. But you cannot get the food just like that. You need money to buy the food. That you can see that the means and the destination here, the goal is two different things. Correct? Yes, agreed?
Yes.
But when it comes to Śaraṇāgati, Sakashta sa Paragatihi, the means and the goal are one and the same. It is not car which is going, it is car which takes you to Dallas. It is money which gives you the food. All these different things. But then when it comes to Śaraṇāgati, that is what the two part of Ananya Gatitum Akinchanyam. That means for me, you, my Lord, are the only means by which I can attain you. This is Śaraṇāgati. Does it make sense? If you depend on something else, then you're not fully surrendered to Krishna. This is the message of Yamaraj to Nachiket. My dear Krishna, I am not depending on my strength. I am not depending on my own bhakti. I perform bhakti, but I am not depending on, because I know what my bhakti is. What level of bhakti is. Every day my bhakti flickers, goes ups and downs, ups and downs. Therefore, I cannot depend on my own strength, on my karma, jnana, and bhakti. Therefore, I am depending on you. You are my means and you are my goal. That is Sharanagati Sakashta Saparagatihi. This is an important thing for us to understand. In temples, I don't know if you have seen this, in South India temples, they have elephants. They will have a temple elephant. Temple elephants is huge size. Every one of us will go in front of the elephant, and you give some banana, you give some 25 pies, some coins. It will take like this, and then do what? Ashirwad on your head. It will do like this. Have any of you have done things like this? Yeah. Okay, good. So like that, it will do. The elephant will do like this, and then children will be very happy, very happy. Two things important from this message you can understand. If you want to do an elephant ride, how do we do the elephant ride? This is going back to this example, this index finger and thumb finger example. Who can tell me now? Compare this example analogy I gave with an elephant ride. If you want to climb on the elephant and make a ride, I don't know, in America Zoo, they have a different way. Please do not catch me on that one. Prabhu, there is a ladder put on the back of things. Let's talk about an Indian elephant in India, in a temple or whatever, like practically. How do you climb on top of an elephant?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu.
Yeah.
The elephant has to kneel down, and if you're too short, someone has to push on you onto the elephant.
This is what happens, right? See, the index comes down. Now the thumb is in touch with the index. If you want to have an elephant ride, the elephant have to come down. And the child or whoever wants, they can easily climb on the elephant. Again, the elephant goes up for a ride. We couldn't climb the elephant. Sharanagati is that, my dear Lord, you have to come down. I cannot reach you. I cannot reach you. It's you who have to show your mercy. That's number one example. Number two example, the caretaker of the elephant, if they want to tie the elephant, the elephant cannot be tied with ordinary thread or a simple rope. What they tie the elephant with, it's not with a simple rope. Chain, iron shackle, iron chain, like a rings and rings and rings. It's a heavy chain. And that is what they use to tie the elephant leg. So it can go tie it to the heavy pillar or something like that. Now, the caretaker of the elephant have to move the elephant from one place to is another place, and the chain is right there where it's been right now. He has to untie the chain and carry the chain to another place where this elephant is resting, and he has to tie over there. Who is going to carry that chain from this place to another place to let the elephant and to tie the elephant over there? Hari Krishna is telling elephant itself.
Caretaker.
Because the caretaker is not going to carry that heavy thing. There is no Walmart cart or anything from Srinivas company. They didn't provide. Right? So therefore, the elephant itself carries the chain and goes there and hand it over to the caretaker to tell him that you tie me now. Quite an interesting point if you observe this one. The Lord have to give that bhakti to us. Otherwise, to attain bhakti ourselves is not possible, impossible. It is only Lord has to take the heavy process of bhakti and it gives to us. Now you have the bhakti in your heart. Take it. With that bhakti, you tie me. So where do we get the bhakti from? That's the point here. Where do we get the bhakti from? By our chanting, by our fasting, by our knowledge. This is all needed, as I said, application part. Please do not mistake this. It's needed. But then the bhakti comes, is be given to us. The love of God, it should be given to us by the Lord Himself. Like the elephant gives a chain to the caretaker to tie me. That's exactly what happens. So we still have some more time here before I can release you all. Now, who can, one of the questions that I ask is, what is the requirement for one to perform Sharanagati? What is the requirement for one to perform Sharanagati? Basic thing. No requirement is needed. There's no requirement. Have you done this one? Have you done that one? None of these requirements are needed, mandatory at all. Anyone can perform Sharanagati. There's no requirement needed. Anyone can perform Sharanagati. You can have a desire, I want to surrender. Anyone can perform Sharanagati. Can only male can perform Sharanagati? No. Draupadi did. Well, can only human can perform Sharanagati? No. A crow did. An elephant did. A Rakshasa did. Right? There's no restriction on those things at all. And where can we perform Sharanagati? In Vrindavan? Only in Mayapur? We can perform Sharanagati anywhere, any place. Vibhishna did not go to an auspicious place to perform Sharanagati. And Draupadi who did Sharanagati in the assembly of the Kauravas and Pandavas. Gajendra did that in a lake. So one can perform Sharanagati. Arjuna surrendered to Krishna where? In Jagannath Puri? In the battlefield. Of course, Kurukshetra itself a holy dham, holy place. But in the battlefield, the event was taking place was a battle. In the battlefield. And what time can we perform? Yamakanta you cannot do, Rahakala you cannot do. You have to find a right muhurta. During the right muhurta, that's when we have to perform Sharanagati to Krishna, Lord. And one of the point that Jambavan said to not accept Vibhishna is, he is coming from a wrong place. He is coming in a wrong muhurta time. Therefore, nothing is auspicious. Ramachandra, do not accept him. Do not accept him. Therefore, we should understand Rama accepted him anyway. So time doesn't matter, place doesn't matter, who performs doesn't really matter. And what reasons can we surrender to? What are the different reasons that we can surrender to the Lord? We can surrender for anything. Kakasura, he surrendered not that he want to attain moksha. He did not surrender to the Lord that, my dear Lord, let me come, let me be relieved and attain Vaikuntha. Kakasura did not do that one. Kakasura surrendered to the Lord for his life. Draupadi surrendered for what? She want moksha? No. Mana. She was being insulted. She want to take care of that. Therefore, what about Gajendra? Gajendra wanted to offer the flower to the Lord that he lifted to offer to the Lord. That's why he surrendered. Pandavas. Why did Pandavas surrender to the Lord? For the kingdom. For the kingdom. And why did Vibhishna surrender to the Lord? For the services. For a devotion service. Therefore, one can surrender to for any other reasons, one can surrender to the Lord. But ultimately, surrendering to the Lord, the best thing of why one want to surrender to the Lord is to engage in a service, devotional service. Therefore, the Lord assures that even if you surrender one time, that is good enough. Sakrit eva prapanaya tava asmi iti che yachate abhayam sarva bhutebhyah tadami etat vratam mama. This is the sloka that Rama says one can surrender. And of course, Krishna says, Sarva dharman parityaja mamekam saranam vraja aham tva sarva papyebhya mokshayishyami masucha. Give up all dharmas. Give up your dharma of being an husband, being a father, being a mother, being a son, being a daughter. Give up all those designations and give up all that you're doing. Quit your job and surrender to me. Is that what Krishna says? Lakshmi says, no, 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 no. So that what does that sarva dharma means? Give up all your dharma means. Lakshmi, do you know?
There is nothing like no need to renounce anything. Instead, do your work and do not expect results.
That is karma yoga. What you're saying is karma yoga. And what we're talking here is the 18th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. Karma yoga is done. 3rd chapter of Bhagavad Gita. The point here is give up the mentality that by doing karma yoga, give up the mentality of by doing jnana yoga, give up the mentality of by doing bhakti yoga that you're going to attain me. By me doing this one, I can get Krishna. Give that mentality away. That is the meaning of Sarva Dharman Parityaja Mamekam Saranavraja. In that way, you surrender to me. And what he's saying is, by performing Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and all your whatever the sins that will get destroyed, by you performing Sharanagati to me, I will destroy. I'll give the same result of what you will get otherwise by doing those things. I will give you those things. Therefore, you give up the mentality. That is what is going to save you. It is me who will save you. Sarva Dharman Parityaja. And do not worry, if at all you do all this thing and if you cannot remember me, that is also not a problem. Because I will remember you. This is what Krishna says as Varagadi. Site manasi sushwate sarire satiyo naraga dhatu same site smarta vishnu rupam cha mamajam tatastam mriyamananam tu kast pashanam shannibham aham smarame mad bhaktam nayami paramam gatim. I will remember at the time of the death. You don't have to remember me at all because you have dedicated, you have surrendered your life to me. Therefore, I will take care of you at the time of death. It doesn't matter how you die. Make sense so far? How to perform Sharanagati. We are all coming to the close here of Sharanagati. How to perform the Sharanagati. Can we perform Sharanagati ourselves? Can we perform Sharanagati ourselves? Definitely, we can all surrender to the Lord. We can perform Sharanagati to the Lord ourselves. But the problem is, are we pure enough to surrender? We have a lot of dosha, not dosa, masal dosa, this dosa, that dosa, dosha. We have faults ourselves. And we're not, our practices are not up to the standard. In what way that we can go even in front of the Lord and ask Him to forgive us of all our sins and things like that. Therefore, it is not our practice in our Vaishnava Sampradaya, it is not our practice that we directly go and surrender to Krishna. We do not surrender to Krishna directly. We need one person who can recommend us to Krishna. A kind, compassionate, merciful, loving, affectionate mother. Mothers always are like that. Therefore, we need that mother who is a consort of the Lord, staying next to the Lord. To her we surrender. Right? Therefore, it is always good to worship the Lord with consort. Directly you try to surrender to Krishna, he is Purusha, Purushottama. He may kick you off. But when he is with his consort, he will never do that one. Because the mother will not let his children to be kicked off by the father? I think I'm answering, okay, Amohanam Prabhu's one of the questions he asked me privately. So that is why it's better to have the mother. I didn't plan for answering this one, it's just a flow it came. I just remembered your question. So therefore, it's better to have the mother next to the Lord when we surrender. When we surrender to the Lord. But here's another thing. Can we approach the mother directly? Is another point here. We can, but are we in a position to approach mother directly? The answer is no. Therefore, we need to have another media in between us and the mother. That is Acharya, that is Guru. Therefore, we need to have a Guru who can connect us to the mother and the mother connect us to the father. This is the Sampradaya. This is how it works in the Vaishnava tradition. This is how it works. We don't approach Krishna directly. We don't surrender Krishna to Krishna directly. We approach through mother, and that approaching of mother is through an Acharya, through a Guru, and we take shelter at the lotus feet of an Acharya, Guru, and then by this, we can surrender to the Lord. That is exactly how this all works. And that process is an initiation process. I can tell just one short story, and we'll see what's the life after initiation, and we'll try to finish it by another 15 minutes. And you all can get ready for the 7:30 class, Bhagavatam class. So there's a flight journey. In the flight journey, there is a lot of passengers, and then there is one girl or boy. So let's there's the boy. This boy was traveling by himself in the flight, and then as the flight was going on, there was turbulence. There was a lot of disturbance, and the flight was not smooth. It was not at all smooth. So the announcement is made that everyone passengers, let's come down to the earth rather than the flight. It's easy for us. We are driving a car, and in the car there's one boy sitting, girl sitting, and the other passengers were sitting, and something happened. The car went out of control, completely out of control. It was going all the way, all directions. All the passengers were panicked, totally panicked. They were calling out their Ishta Devata's name and praying out many Narsimha, this God and that God. They're calling out all these names. But this girl was basically easily watching her, Dora. She's having a Dora book and reading Dora book, or whatever the book is, whatever Krishna book. She was busy reading that book. Somehow the other, the driver hit a safer place. Car was stopped, and everyone was safe, and everyone came out. For everyone's wonder, the passengers went and asked the girl, "Tell me, how is that you know what happened past 5 minutes? In last 3 minutes, you know what happened? We would have lost our life. Do you know what happened? You are fearless. Do you know what happened?" And the girl smiled and told, "Do you know who the driver is?" And the passengers asked, "Who's the driver?" "That's my father. That's my father. I know that my father is driving, and I know he loves me. I know he's going to save me. That is not my responsibility to worry about how my father saves me, what he's going to do. It's his responsibility to save me. And I have faith in the Lord, that my father, that he will save me. And I want to tell you one more thing. Do you all know? She spoke to the passengers. Do you all know how you got saved? The passengers were saying, "Oh, how did we get saved?" "Because you were traveling with me. Because you all were traveling with me, you got saved. Because I was with you in the car, you all got saved. Otherwise, what would have happened? My father would have opened the door and jumped off the car." Yes or no? That is what we hear in the newspaper. we call lorry, here we call truck, right? The lorry was going and the passenger jumped off, the bus driver jumped off, all the passengers killed except the driver. Why? He jumped off that bus. He got saved. My father now jumped back long back. He did not jump off the car. Why? Because I am sitting there. It is because of me you all got saved. Therefore, the message for us is the shelter of devotees. If we are in the Krishna consciousness journey, if our passengers are devotees, we will be saved. It's not because of we are great, we will be saved. If we are in the association of the devotees, if we are connected to a guru, Acharya, because of his anugraha, because of Krishna likes the guru, likes the Acharya, and we are connected to the Acharya, we will be saved. You all know from Ramayana, when Vibhishana came, he came with 4 Rakshasas. The permission, the topic of whether to accept or not accept is only on Vibhishana. There were no question, no discussion took place about what about Rakshasa 2, Rakshasa 1, Rakshasa 4. No one even spoke about anything for that matter. Vibhishana is accepted, other 4 were let in. Without any questions. Hey, where is your pass? No. Because the 4 Rakshasas were connected to Vibhishana, Vibhishana was accepted by the Lord, the 4 Rakshasas were granted. Likewise, if we take shelter at the lotus feet of the Acharya, Guru, we will be accepted. Therefore, the way that we can surrender to the Lord is by surrendering to a Guru, Acharya. The last part of our presentation today, in another 8 more minutes, which is a presentation by itself, is how do we lead our life after we perform Śaraṇāgati. Anukulyasya sankalpaha, pratikulyasya varjanam, rakshasyetiti vishwasaha, goptritva varnam tata, atma nikshepa karpanya sadvida Śaraṇāgati. That is, after we surrender to the Lord, anukulyasya sankalpaha, that is, we get up in the morning, we follow those things that is being told to us in favorable to Krishna consciousness. Practices of Krishna consciousness. Follow the principles. Getting up in the morning, doing our chanting, being in the association of devotees, trying to learn the scriptures, try to engage in services, right? All those things are favorable in our Krishna consciousness. Serving the Guru, serving the devotees. Pratikulyasya varjanam. Pratikulyasya varjanam means not committing offenses. Not committing offenses. Not doing things which is displeasing Krishna. We are not doing the biggest thing that falls under the pratikulyasya varjanam that Krishna does not like. Krishna can forgive many things. But one thing that Krishna does not forgive, does not like, is offending devotees. Offending devotees. At any cost, we should not offend devotees. That one Krishna will never forgive. The only reason, one of the 2 reasons that our Śaraṇāgati may fail. Please listen, this is a very important point. One, Krishna has already said that you surrender one time, I will take care of you, right? I will not forget you. Even if you forget, I will not forget, I will save you. All those things we saw, right, in the introduction. But the same Śaraṇāgati will fail of 2 reasons. One reason is this reason, that is, if we offend a devotee, our Śaraṇāgati fails, nullified, cancelled. Krishna just let us go on our own way. He just ignores us totally. Therefore, offending devotees is the biggest thing that we should carefully avoid, never to avoid. Be sensitive of not offending devotees. That's the biggest thing. So, anukulyasya sankalpa, pratikulyasya varjanam. And of course, many things don't do's are many things, but this is a prime principal thing that one should not do. And of course, next one is mahavishwasam. Mahavishwasam means complete faith that Krishna will save us. Krishna will save us. I have surrendered. Krishna is going to save us. And if Krishna wants to save me, let him save me. If Krishna wants to stamp on me, let him stamp on me. That is called Mahavishwasam. We saw many examples of this also in the past. We treat Krishna as a physician. Remember, I told one time, he's a physician, he's a surgeon. He does surgery for us for our own benefit. When the surgeon comes with a knife, we should not think that he's coming to kill us. Right? He's coming to save us. When things happen in our life, is Krishna is trying to save us, protect us in a certain ways to make us come closer to him. Mahavishwasam is very important. Karpanyam. Karpanyam means where I don't have any other shelter. No other means ananya gatitvam akim chanyam, or the two different things, being ourselves and taken humble position. That I don't have any other gati, I don't have any other credit points. You are my Lord. Karpani. Goptrito varnam tata. Goptrito varnam. I come, therefore, my Lord. So we beg to the Lord that, my dear Lord, you please save me. That is Goptrito Varnam Tata Atma Nikshepam. In this way, we surrender our Atma to the Lord. Anukulyasya Sankalpaha, Pratikulyasya Varjanam, Rakshatyeti Vishwasaha, Goptrito Varnam Tata Atma Nikshepa Karpanye Sadvida Sharanagati. This is how one must lead their life after one surrendered to Krishna through a Acharya, through a Guru. So what we have covered so far is what is Sharanagati and what is the definition of Sharanagati from the Vedas. We saw the story. What is Sharanagati? Is a complete surrender. And we saw the example that I cannot surrender myself. And we took an analogy of Anjali Mudra, which represents the Akinchanyam, and the feet, which represents Ananya Gatitun. And then we saw the definition of Sharanagati, that the means and the goals are the same. Sakashta, where it says the story from the Kato Upanishad, that it is only through the Lord that we can attain the Lord. That we saw also, not through any other means. It's Akashta, the Paragati. He is the Gati and he is the mean by himself. Who can perform Sharanagati? Anyone can perform Sharanagati, not only human, animal, Rakshasas, Gandharvas, Pakshi, Jatayu, Pakshi. Any of these things can perform Sharanagati. Where to perform Sharanagati? In America or in India or only in Holy Dham? Doesn't matter. Even in a place, if you happen to surrender to the Lord in a crematory, you can surrender there also. That doesn't really matter. When to perform, any time, that time doesn't matter. Rahu Kala, Yamakanta, this Kanta, that Kanta, nothing is needed. Surrender at any time. How one can perform Sharanagati? One has to perform Sharanagati to the Supreme Lord Sri Krishna, but that is not easily possible. Therefore, we have to surrender to the consort, Radharani, Sri Mahalakshmi, Mother Sita, through her. But even that should be done through an Acharya, through a Guru. That's how one should surrender. After we surrender, then we have to lead our life in such a way that is favorable, do things that is favorable in Krishna consciousness, and avoid those things which is not favorable in Krishna consciousness, completely having that Krishna as Rakshaka and having the faith that he is the only savior, and we surrender our Atma in a sense, I belong to you. In this way, we take an humble position, that Karpanyam, humble position, Akinchanyam, Ananya Katitum. In this way, we lead our life. I pause there and see if there is any discussions or questions. This is overall an overview of what Sharanagati means, of what Atulananda Prabhu asked, and he's not here. Hopefully he will hear this when he gets a chance later. Thank you. Hare Krishna. Right on time, 7 o'clock.
Thank you, Prabhu. Hare Krishna, nice lecture.
Hare Krishna. Okay, if there is nothing, I know you all have to take care of other things. We'll let you go, and we'll join back tomorrow to hear some devotee sharing at 5 a.m. Central Time.